Hi everyone, Linda Reed-Enever, and welcome back to another Tips Tuesday session. First of all, apologies for me for not making it here last week, but we had a bit of a summer cold and hay fever bug within the house here, and I decided it was maybe not the best idea to jump online and try and share tips when my head was a little bit cloudy in the first place. So I combined our Tips Tuesday session last week with Megan from Reed-Enever. And in that session, oh my God, did we cover some amazing stuff. We delved into the world of Pinterest and being able to schedule your pins and be able to make the most of your Pinterest pins when you're out there sharing your content. And I must say, it's been amazing, and it's definitely made Pinterest a more attainable platform for me, understanding how it all works, understanding how we can use Reed-Enever, and making sure that we can get in there and dive in. And I'm just going to pop into the comments here the replay of last week's skills webinar, so that those of you who are there can watch it, because as I said, it was awesome. It was jam-packed with tips and tricks, and I learned a couple of things along the way, and we learned what not to do and what to do with Pinterest, which is always great. So I thought I would share that one with you all this morning as well. So that one is there, and hopefully Facebook is actually now saying that I am live, because it's just giving me one of those moments this morning where it's a little bit behind the scenes, but a little bit behind us here this morning. So hopefully we can see where we are. And the Facebook app's updated again this morning. There we go. We are live. It is here. So there we go. So we are live, and the live stream is there and running. So I'm just going to quickly share to BBB, and we will get started today. Okay, so today's session is all about looking at marketing do's and don'ts. And that comes down to, how do we automate our business? How do we save ourselves? And well, not do's and don'ts, mistakes that we make within marketing. Because we're going to be really honest, and I'm going to be transparent here. There is times that even the best marketers will make mistakes. But what we want to do in business is we want to minimize the amount of mistakes that we make. We want to reduce the chance of us, pulling our hair out because we've done something, or something hasn't worked, or we've, tried to cheat a system, or we've tried to do something along the way. And that's what today's Tips Tuesday session is all about: how to avoid some of those marketing mistakes. And I've seen a couple coming through recently, and this is the time of year where they tend to come to the forefront, because we're trying to look for easier ways to do things. And while there are easier ways to do things, some of them aren't the best situation. So this one comes down, my first marketing mistake and how to avoid it is actually running down your competition. So running down others in your industry, whether they're competitors, whether they're people in what you do. I get it. There are good and bad in every industry out there. But if you need to run down others to market your business, then that has me, and it has, your market questioning, what are you hiding? What do we need to know about you, about that process? Are you as dodgy as those people that you want to call out? So rather than running down others, there are ways that you can educate people. There are ways that you can engage with your market. There are ways that you can teach them how to do things, and teach them what to look for. So you might put a checklist on your website about, things to ask a web designer before hiring a web designer, or things you need to know, and provide checklists and valuable resources, or do ask me anything sessions, and live sessions where people can come and ask you questions and engage with you, rather than running down your competition. And look, I get it. It's really easy. You feel like you want to half the time, and I spent, I reckon, the first 3-4 years of my business life trying to make up for mistakes of my industry, and doing it at a cost to my business. And that's another one to bear in mind. You are not your industry. If your industry makes a mistake, you don't have to wear the mistake of that industry, but you can show and you can lead by your example. The other one that's coming through a lot recently, and it's coming through into BBB, is asking to have your link inserted into someone else's article. Now, that's it's pretty rude. I don't think I really need to say, just don't ask for it. But it's not going to help you. It's only going to offend the publication. If you want your link on a website or information, there are numbers of ways that you can do it. Some offer banner advertising. Some offer the opportunity for you to write your own post. And if you write your own post, you're showing your expertise. You don't need to shove a link in with someone else's stuff. You're showing your expertise. And by showing your expertise and building your author's profile on a trusted site where people are coming to and they're getting valuable information from, that is valuable to your business. And once again, it is a much better way than trying to ride off someone else's coattails along the way. Okay. These two are particularly, these three most probably all pop together. And it's about not being consistent. So not, taking 5 minutes, like the 5-minute marketing ideas cards are designed for, and taking out and pulling out a card and consistently marketing your business. Now, I get it. Business life gets busy, stuff happens, we feel like we're being bombarded, and we really don't know, where we're going to find that time to market our business. I get it. I understand. But the thing is, what we do today reflects on our business in 3 to 4 months' time. And this is why we want to make sure that we are marketing our business. We are consistently turning up. And to show you, how the 5-minute marketing process works, and the idea about taking those 5-minute batches within your day, I'm going to give you a 5-minute marketing idea from the deck today that you can do. So we're just going to pick a card out straight from the deck, and we'll pick the next one that's on top. And the other one, today's one, is about creating a short clip. So getting your phone out, creating a short clip, quick 15, 30-second video that can be used on Instagram or Reels, about what's happening in your business right now. You might be packing an order, you might be preparing for a webinar, you might be doing all sorts of things, or go live and just give people a little behind the scenes tour. You're unboxing, you might have tidied your office, like I did yesterday, but take that opportunity in short, sharp clips, because by employing things like 5-minute marketing into your business, taking those actions and really doing that consistent thing is there. And then the other thing that's coming into play this year, is planning for the year ahead. And our business life planning actual marketing webinar is for those who bought the planners, and you can still buy one and join this webinar. I will add you up until 1 o'clock today. Is all about putting in your plans and your skills to help you learn and build your webinar. To learn and build your knowledge and your expertise, and creating a plan and building out your goals. So get out your annual calendars and create a plan and be consistent. And if you go into 2021 on the front foot about knowing when you're going to talk to others, knowing when you want to work with people, and all of those sorts of things, you're in a much better position along the way to help you build your things. So planning, not planning, just like everything in business, marketing requires planning. It is something that we do need to do very often. Now, I've just popped in a link to the Reed-Enever group shop, which has got the 5-minute marketing cards in there and the business life planner. And as I said, we have a 2-hour marketing strategies for 2021 session that comes free with this planner up until 1 o'clock today. So if you order one, we'll jump in and we'll be actually diving into how to do all of that sort of stuff for you over the next little while. Another one that comes down to a marketing mistake and how to avoid it is not engaging. So actually putting out your stuff and not engaging with other people's stuff. Now, we can't expect people to engage with our content unless we're providing value and we're engaging back and we're responding to the people who take the time to comment to us. We are responding on posts and industries and articles and information that comes throughout the year. So we're giving our people some really good information so that we're out there and we're showing we're an active participant. Social media has made it really easy to market our businesses. We years ago when I first started, even in business, there was no, in marketing, there definitely was no social media, no Facebook that we could, completely put posts on. There was fax machines, there was ad campaigns, there was TV, there was all that stuff that we needed to work with. But with social media, it's a two-way street. It's a communication platform. So it's about educating and sharing your market. And that's the next thing that comes into place. It's about selling all the time, not educating your people. Educate about why your product or service is good. Share your tips, share your knowledge or expertise, and share hacks on how to use your product or your service, or how to do things that will help your people and educate along the way to bring you a more engaged and more informed market. Now, the other one that I like to talk about at the moment is doing too much. So there are so many platforms out there, and you could take on every social media platform at a time. But the one thing that I say to business owners is own your real estate. So go and get the handles, go and get the Facebook page, go and get the LinkedIn page, go get the Twitter, go get the Instagram, go get the Pinterest, and own them. Okay. And then one platform at a time, master it and bring it out. Same with newsletters and same with all of those sorts of things. We want to build our database. The only thing we own on the internet is our website and our email list if we've got it in the right way. And that means that we've got our website hosted somewhere and we've got access to being able to do all of those sorts of things, because I know there's some people building websites at the moment where they're paying basically a rental fee to have that website and they don't have a backup offline. They're the things we need to make sure that we do. And that's the thing with your email list. So another marketing mistake to avoid is to make sure that we have a backup of our email list, so that you jump into MailChimp or whatever your platform it is that you've got over the little while, and you download a backup plan, and you make sure that you've got a backup of your website away from the actual website itself, so that if the eventual nastiness happens, you've got those backups. And they're two marketing mistakes that unfortunately I see business owners make. And look, I made it, we've done it before. We've had a website crash. It's why I keep saying that I pay my web team a very good, sum of money to make sure that our sites are backed up, and it's called insurance, and that I can sleep at night money to make sure that those things are there. Okay, so we're talking about not engaging. We're talking about selling too much and not educating, making sure we're having a conversation, making sure it's a too cheap. This one is a big one for me. Thinking you can cheat the system, okay? Facebook algorithms, YouTube algorithms, now they are Twitter algorithms, all of those things are in place for a reason, and they're in place because this is how the platform wants us to play. So please be very aware that there is no way to cheat the systems. There are ways to play within the systems. There are ways to work with them, but there are no ways to cheat the system. And that comes down to, things like running your business from your personal page purely, creating a profile that you log in for business and a profile that you log in for personal. They're two different things that Facebook doesn't want from you. Sharing the links more than once, spamming. I had a person approach me this week saying, I share this link about, 10 to 15 times within an hour inside Facebook groups, and they were wondering why that link had been flagged as spam, because it was just an overuse of the functionality and an overuse of terms of service. So when we're looking at our stuff, when we're looking at engaging, and when we're looking at our sharing our stuff on social media, don't try and cheat the system. Just work within it, understand it. That algorithm, that webinar that we got from Megan, 5 pins a month to the same blog post is quite a bit that you can draw towards your site and your traffic. But if you go over that, you're in a little bit of situation. So you may make sure that you are, pinning that pin 5 times and you're staying within the algorithms. Same situation with Facebook. Make sure that what you do is human. That's all Facebook want to see from you. They want to see human interaction. Same thing with Twitter, that you only share the same tweet once. That's became Twitter's point of difference. They only want the content going out there once and seeing it valuable. So you need to write your content in a number of different ways. But cheating the system will only see you blocked or restricted from a platform, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, whatever system that you are. Thinking you can cheat the system. There is always those who think that they can scrape Facebook groups, they can scrape LinkedIn communities, they can do all of that sort of stuff. The risk is too high, guys, just to lose all of your accounts. Okay, and the other one that I want to share with everyone at the moment is sharing your logins. There's been a lot of hacking happening in the world of social media at the moment. And yes, some of that comes to clicking on a link that we shouldn't have clicked onto, but some of it is coming down to logins being shared, or not owning our real estate. So not being the admin of our business Facebook page, having someone else have set it up for us and us not having admin rights. So making sure that you're using tools like Facebook Business Manager and you own your logins. And if someone does leave the business or the organization, that you change your logins so that you are protected along the way. And that is all because these little mistakes, why they're little, add up. And they cost and they cause you just a little bit of stress along the way. And we don't want anyone being stressed in any way, shape, or form throughout this journey in business, especially as we come back into the world of COVID now, and we out of the world of lockdown and into the world of what is COVID normal now, and we start to build our businesses and move our businesses forward. So in recapping today, guys, the final tip I want to leave you with is be consistent, plan, and turn up. And make sure that you are there consistently sharing your story, sharing your message. And if you need to use automation tools, there's things like MeetEdgar, Missing Letter, later out there that will help you automate and stay within the boundaries of turning up, but not turning up too often, and being human within those engagement spaces as well. So that's it for me, this Tips Tuesday. I don't like doing the negative, don't do this, don't do that, slap over the hand ones. They're not my favorite. I'd much rather empower you along the way. For those of you who are in Melbourne or in Victoria, or can travel to Melbourne and Victoria, we have one spot left for the Small Business Kickstart. And the Small Business Kickstart is 3 days in Melbourne, one with Clive looking at strategy and goal setting, one with me looking at your marketing plans and scripting some videos. I'm going to delve into videos. I'm actually going to read to you what we're actually doing on each day. So day one, we'll be looking at your strategic plan, creating your 2021 goals and breaking them down into actionable steps. You will also be setting KPIs with Clive and setting review processes that you can adapt along the way. Day two will be, in the morning, we'll be creating a 2021 marketing plan with actionable steps. So we'll be going through, we'll be crafting a branding statement for the year ahead, and we'll be working on your personal branding and bio statements. And we will also be preparing for the branding photo shoot and video sessions with Mick Russell, where we'll actually be working on scripting some 90-second videos that you can do with Mick. And then day three will be the photos, the video, and creating assets that you can use within your marketing session over that time. So that is what is happening in my world. If you want the last spot, and it is the last spot in that one, jump on the link, grab it now, and I look forward to seeing you there. I think our early bird rate is still available. Yes, the early bird rate is still available until, let's see when that one finishes out. So the early bird access ends in 14 hours. So you've got 14 more hours to get the last ticket at the early bird price of $14.97 and come along and join us. Until next week, I will see you again. If you are around this morning, feel free to join us for the Business Skills webinar, where we will be talking with the team from MeetFox on how to monetize and structure your calendars for more effective booking time, and how to reach out. And I've just popped the link in for that one for those of you who want to join us there. And don't forget, if you want to join me for that marketing session for 2021, if you go and grab a Business Life Planner, we'll be in there at 1 o'clock, 1 till 3 this afternoon, and we'll be delving into strategies and ideas that you can tap into to market your business in 2021 and how to put it all into that planner. Okay, see you later, guys. Bye.